Professor, you have said in this book that economists are like plumbers. We solve problems with a combination of intuition grounded in science, some guesswork aided by experience, and a bunch of pure trial and error. This means economists often get things wrong. Going by that, would you say Nyaya was an idea whose time had not come?
Well, I'm not even saying the Nyaya as it was designed, was it particularly well designed? It's not, I don't take responsibility for it. Nobody asked me whether that is how it should be designed. And I don't think it was necessarily well designed. So I don't think it's a question of whether the time had come or not come. I think it was an idea that was potentially, even if it was politically supported, it may not have been the best design scheme. Maybe afterwards, if the UP had won, they would have had to adjust the scheme because there would be political pressures or economic pressures to change the scheme. My role in all of that was not to design the scheme, but to provide information that you could use to make choices.
Did the Congress fail to communicate effectively, or were they not sincere about the scheme? Because had they been, then it would have been implemented in the states where they are currently in government: Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Punjab.
I don't think so. I think both. I think they were sincere in the sense that I think they wanted to have a game changer. They wanted to put their mark on policy. So I think they were sincere in the very real sense that they wanted to actually, stamp a Congress view of policy, and that's what would sustain them in the future. So I think they were willing to embrace it. I just don't think that the money. I mean, remember the finance commission, but the central government chooses tax rates. The finance commission decides how much money the states have to send. Punjab is bankrupt. Punjab has faced all these other, past governments have spent lots of money. Punjab is extremely financially strained. It's not about to be a state which is going to roll out a very generous transfer scheme.
So then in that case, this was a scheme which had not been completely thought out, because there were questions that were asked.
You misunderstand
particularly me. About the financial viability.
So you misunderstand me. I think the federal government has the choice of choosing the tax rate, and therefore it can actually make something viable by raising taxes. The state governments don't have that option. State government, you gave me the example, why doesn't Madhya Pradesh implement it? Madhya Pradesh is subject to what the money it gets from the Finance Commission, which is decided based on the federal government's tax choices. So as long as the federal government doesn't raise tax revenue, Madhya Pradesh can't do anything different. So the only government that can actually afford to run a scheme like Nyaya, I'm not saying they should have run it, by the way. I'm just saying if they wanted to, is the federal government. But the federal government is the only one who has the money for it. Think of Narega. Narega is funded by the federal government. That's the only government that has money for large welfare schemes.
You have interacted with Rahul Gandhi. And do you think India needs a stronger opposition and Congress party is failing to emerge as one?
Yes. I think that right now India definitely needs a stronger opposition. I think it will be good for democracy in India. And I think right now I don't feel that people feel like Congress is ready to take that burden. I think they see it doesn't have a precedent right now. It's not. They need whoever is the president. They need to make that person powerful, give him the right to run the party the way they want to run it.